All right. I'm Cole.
Hi, Cole. Hi, Cole.
Let's stretch it out. Right. Head spin. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wrist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arm circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, that's hard. Cross your body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Behind your back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cactus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reach for the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch your toes. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
grab the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Couple things I'm grateful and proud of. Grateful to work here, just like how everyone else has said, but it's definitely broke me out of my shell. I'm willing to sign up for meetings now and definitely comfortable with this amazing group. Proud of my boy. He is, I'm gonna sound biased, but he's pretty dang smart and brave. He's willing to do anything, push carts, lift pumpkins that are twice his size.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Chris for touching toes there at the end. I saw you.
I'm gonna shout out Chris for saying something in the meeting every day when we get that vector.
Yeah.
Hey, I went to the FAB team. We've been trying to put together some new APIs for a few parts of the production line, including FAB. And I built a graph that's on their computer, and I had some incorrect numbers yesterday when I showed them. But last week, let me tell you, it was the highest output from FAB all last week, I think since June. So hold on.
Well, me for being a good leader in our little book club thing. So, I'm good.
I'll shout out Brian.
had a little issue with one of our engine skids yesterday, and he was pretty quick to jump in and just kind of say, hey, what's the problem and how do we fix it?
Yeah, right.
I got a shout out to Cole. He was missing two little pieces yesterday, and I got him to him while he was doing his meeting. Before the end of the day, he went back and finished that job. Right before 4 o'clock.
Okay.
I tapped out today, I'm sorry.
Shout out to everyone for showing up to the morning meeting.
Great.
Got some new swag there going on right there. Now this.
Oh, this, yeah.
This is older.
I try to keep it nice, but this one, I broke it out this morning.
All right. Improvement video of the day.
So, how full is our oil drum for used oil? Really hard to tell how much oil is in there. Okay. So how full is it?
One way to find out.
Don't drop it in, but we have about not much capacity left.
Wow, that's not very much capacity.
If not, it might be time to get with Kevin Rickards to get this empty.
It might be. Hey, Kevin.
While you're at it.
Yeah.
I need the other one.
So,
All right, and then the before and after. This was over there on that wall,
Chris Shattuck. I think.
Chris Shattuck. Then the new SOP was by Lee. He created a new SOP on how to properly make and weld the D-rings for the Bronco. Then today's quote is either run the day or the day runs you. My meeting's over time management. Here's a little video on some.
Believe it or not, I use my schedule. I mean, I'm a slave to my schedule like so many other people. And I open my schedule and I go, okay, that's my week.
yeah.
And so I literally build the balance in. I will block off an entire Friday, for example. And though I will work on Fridays, no one is allowed to schedule anything on a Friday. So I've no pre-scheduled anything on a Friday. And that allows me to have creative time, but it allows me to build in that balance. And I've been doing that for years. And it wasn't necessarily a whole Friday. Sometimes it was a few hours. So between these hours and these hours, this hour and this hour, I wouldn't schedule anything. And I was protective of it. So for example, and like we think of things like working out, we think of these things as flexible, or we put in creative time. We think of it as flexible. And somebody says, oh, can I see you at 3 o'clock? And you look in your calendar and, 3 o'clock was your workout or 3 o'clock was your creative time. And you go, yeah, I can do 3. And I say, oh, sorry, I have something else at 3. What, do you have any other options?
Yeah.
I am very protective. Now, it's not ideal. Sometimes if it's very important, of course, I can make the shift. But I'm really protective of those blocks that I block out for working out or for creative time. They're not available. They don't have to know why I can't see them.
Sure.
I don't think anybody wants to know I can't meet with you because I'm working out, but sometimes that's what it is. I'm just really protective of those times.
So what is time management? Time management is the process of planning and exercising conscious control of time spent on specific activities, especially to increase effectiveness, efficiency, and productivity. Examples would be setting time goals, scheduling tasks throughout a shift or your day, and even at home, it can be as simple as setting reminders like on your phone to do chores or any errands that you have to run. some benefits of time management would, our work begins to get done at a faster pace. You get a positive reputation, stress is decreased. Your focus is improved. It builds confidence when you're hitting the goals more consistently, and then it improves your discipline. Be used in your area, like setting reminders, job times, shipping schedules. Does anyone have any examples for any other departments?
I'll say in engineering, that's super important, and we have had both seasons of kind of collective bad time management, and then other seasons where it seems like it's going really well. There's a huge difference in our output and the ability to push new designs through and get projects done when we're in column B, so. All the stuff that I feel like we implemented since we started this with the community back board and kind of getting, weeding out the unnecessary tasks have helped us be able to get something from start to finish a lot quicker and pivot a lot better, especially now that we're, helping with some present projects and kind of don't really know where the next couple weeks is going to take us right now because we're kind of trying to be diversified. So it does help a lot to have all your ducks in a row and be able to use your time effectively when you're here.
Goes real big on time. Everything has to time. You're pushing things in and out of the oven, so you have to know what to push into the oven to really get the most production as possible.
Okay.
I'd like to highlight as we're going into weeding out the defects and stuff in these products. Personally, I try to focus on anything that could knock like 2 seconds off of a job, or, I wouldn't have to grind this if, we put a weld joint in there or whatever. So I think it's, especially in fab, we're focused on how long something takes us, like all the time. It's like the key ingredient in fab. And so anything personally I can do to knock time down on a job, I try to take advantage of that and work with the engineers to come up with something or something like that.
That can relate to what Travis said too. We, once we sign into Epicor, sign into our job, that time that the way most of us look at it, that timer starts. And it's important we manage our time well, make sure we hit our time or hit our goal.
An area we haven't done raised in the past is organizing what's coming from laser through the brake press and everybody else. We're highlighting that more now. Trying to think about what's going to come out of the brake press. We need stuff to go to the robot. We need stuff to go to the fabricators. We need stuff to go straight to powder coat. But all that has to be planned. We have to think about it ahead of time before it's not going to come out right.
With continuous improvement, the primary objective is to create capacity, which is time. So everything we do is to make more time. And then from there, we have to decide how do we want to use that time to be effective. So when you think of things we're changing, that's the capacity we're building time. And from there, we'll determine how to split that time and use that time effectively.
That's really hitting my department quite a bit. We've gone to combines now from where I would just walk around, see what needed to be made, make a bunch. Now it's like the combines, instead of making 100 or something, I might make 20 of it. And it's really freed up that time that I'm not sitting here for 2 days making this part. Instead, it's 2 hours.
Yeah, it seems to be done pretty well. I kind of wish we could get everything kind of. It's nice to have one area that's just kind of trugging along on it.
All right, so time management can improve the rate of product moving through the shop. When that is done, it can also help departments hit their daily and weekly and monthly goals as well. Any other comments or questions?
I think if you think of time management and you can think of the things that disrupt you, those are examples of things that bug you. So I think if you guys could call out the things that disrupt you, then it would help us as a leadership team be able to try to focus on removing some of that disruption, which would then increase capacity. For an example would be if the engineering department is constantly getting their shoulder tapped by customer service, right? It's constantly all day, they're in the middle of a task, they get tapped on, hey, I need help with this, that disrupts their day. You know, if there's ways that we can structure things to eliminate or minimize the disruptions, then please throw them on the what bugs you list, and we will definitely address them.
A good example of that is us moving to Gemini to do our install guides, because most of the time it's us doing the install guide. So now if we run into something that's haywire when we're installing the final one, and there's a problem that needs to be remedied, it's not Kevin stopping a video and Morgan, stopping a filming, you know, there's a whole thing going on and they have to stop dead in their tracks until not only we figure it out, but it gets fixed so they can continue. And as we're handling our own install guides now, it kind of eliminates all of that disruption that used to tie up 3 people, and now it's just one that gets handled much more efficiently.
I think time management is pretty important in my life, my home life. My kids have a very specific bedtime. I do very specific chores right after that in order. I've had a friend be like, hey, can you come over like 8:30? Like, I kids, that's bedtime. I'm not budgeting. So it's pretty important in my home life.
There's been some studies on context shifting. And it helps if you think about an actual in cost. I say it takes 20 to 25 minutes to actually mentally recover from context shift. So if you think about it may be a momentary distraction, but if it completely removes you from whatever you're doing, you just tack on another, you know, you might wind up a half hour in loss productivity, whatever, just because it takes you that long to re-engage with the task that you were working. So it's pretty significant when you think about that. It happens 10 or 12 times a day, they're pulled away. That's most of your day kind of being lost, trying to figure out what you were doing and get back to work.
And what you don't want to forget is your mismanagement of your time also impacts other people. And we talk about, you know, our next customer here, right? If somebody's supposed to get something done on their job and they get behind, that affects somebody else. If I promise Brian I'll get something done and he's relying on me to get it done so that he can turn something in that he's waiting to do, if I'm late on that, that impacts him. And, you know, throughout this process of lean, for me, this is one of the biggest areas that I've been focusing on for personal growth. And it's hard. You know, Bryce brought up a good example, right? But think about before you had kids, it's more flexibility. You would go see that friend for some video games. You would go see that stuff. But now your kid relies on you, right? To get those things done. And you rely on that to get your stuff done. So we need to think about, you know, how our mismanagement of time impacts other people that care about us and rely on us and work on different things. And some of the silly things that we'll use or people think are silly, like putting reminders in your phone. And I rely on that. My Google Calendar has stuff that is ridiculous, that some people would say, how do you forget to do that? But I forget to do it, or I get distracted and I forget to do it. And the more my phone goes off, the more my computer's locked up on that screen saying, hey, you can't go to your next screen until you say, I understand. Google says, I understand, I got to get this done. I mean, you just got to throw it on there. You got to find a way that will help you get stuff done. And, you know, not to get too far into somebody else's topic, but getting things done is a topic you'll hear Paul Akers talk about. And it's a super important thing if you struggle with time management, to just take the time and start to develop habits that will help you do better.
When you think about a day where you had a really good time management day,
Yeah.
and you hit all your goals and you don't mess up and you're like, ooh, that was a good day, right? So I think we just need to strive to have a lot more good days than bad days overall. It's inevitable that there's going to be a day where you don't feel great. Like Tim yesterday, for example, you know, there's just stuff happens, right? You know, you could have a job from hell with everything that wrong and everything, you know. You could be getting distracted all day because you're trying to train somebody, an employee. So I think it's just a matter of being aware of that time management and knowing that you can't always win, but the goal is to win the majority of the time.
All right. Department check-in, so.
Me and Chris got the majority of that 7 gauge aluminum done. I think we got one more color we gotta do. Tubing I didn't do done yesterday.
Nate and Chris, can I ask you guys a question? So in this new workflow, you guys are managing the saw as well as the tube bender and dragon, correct? Now that the jobs kind of are coming based on Kanban, not so much tube, but it will. would there be any use for us to have a light that we could literally turn on? Like if somebody returns a bin to the saw, they turn the light on and then you know that there's a job waiting for you. So if we get to where a job comes to fab and they need a tube, and they pull a Kanban card off of a wall that has that part number, they take it over to the Dragon and they stick it in a slot and they turn a light on to signal that that department has a job. Is that valuable? Could you see that working or? I know you guys balance other tasks, so I'm just trying to think of how to help you with like those auxiliary tasks while you're focusing on your like main tasks. Okay. Yeah, and as we get into a building that's a little bigger, it might be a little more difficult too. So that's kind of Tim and I were talking about this as a solution, and I just kind of wanted your feedback on that.
I think it'd be all right.
We're
I'm
doing
also
the
very
Dragon.
anal about checking the, Dragon every day.
You
so-
do. If we had a light, then you wouldn't necessarily have to check it all the time. I mean, that would be some time savings too, I would imagine. Maybe.
Part that's in there to tell you too, is when you have to go to the computer.
Yeah.
That is right by the Dragon, hopefully it's well marked for fifth gen, boom, done.
I like it.
Time saver there.
Okay, I'll look into that. It'll be similar to like what these Kanban things are up here, where someone drops a Kanban card in, boom, it lights up. So you guys can see it and it's a visual. I don't know. I think it might be worth just trying.
Definitely worth trying. Nothing wrong with it.
These are really good yesterday. We got that aluminum bearings and fenders, or bearings and side rails. It's gonna pick up, but then I was able to finish the 11 gauge steel schedule just before we left the days. Getting back into 7 gauge steel. They ran good.
Brake press or CNC.
CNC was all right, yesterday, up to the end of the day, had a little accident. It's gonna set me back a small amount, but nothing terrible, so. Today, Chris is gonna cut me some more stuff and get rolling in the mill. Right on. Brake press?
On top of them cleaning all the bearings and side rails between Terry and Casey, they were able to push all of them up, so. Should be a good push for the end of the month for shipping like those.
Sweet.
I think we had a pretty good day yesterday. Just between the cell alone, we had 23 production hours. I didn't see what you guys sent up, but the cell had a really good day.
Accounting and purchasing.
Been going well. I started a PTO audit yesterday that I'll finish today. I'll make sure you guys all get the PTO you learned.
Engineering.
Everything seems to be going smooth for the most part. I haven't really had any hiccups. We're all kind of working with Brian on the typing stuff, and I don't have this one really working on the pricing of this week, so.
Sweet. Customer service.
We had over 130 tickets yesterday, which was a lot compared to what we normally have on a Monday by maybe 30 or 40 tickets. It was really nice to have Lee back on a Monday because we were finally back at full strength. He'd been on for a couple of weeks handling some personal stuff, and then he was here, but that meant he traveled on Monday. And Monday is always kind of feels like everybody just like kind of dumps the wheelbarrow off from the weekend, right? You get this big pile of dirt and just have to sit there and shovel through it. So it was really nice to have Lee there, be full strength on a Monday. It definitely many hands makes light work. Push through it.
Chris, what was the reason that you saw for the bulk of it? Was it bad stuff or is it updates or what?
We have a crazy amount of order updates right now that we just haven't had. And Corey noted this in one of the chats. It's a huge uptick from where we were even 3 weeks ago. So it's just where's my order? Where's my order? Where's my order? And a lot of the people are unable to find the answer for themselves, like there are lead times and things like that. But a lot of it is just.
Is it a lot of late stuff or is it just people not on the lead time?
A lot of people that are like right at the end of the.
Right. Yeah, we've got 3 or 4 days left in lead time, so it's like, well, let's ask production, let's ask, yeah.
Are any of these people that you contacted from that initial response? Are we starting to get to those people yet?
Yeah.
Okay. How was their response calling back in a second time after our first touch?
I would say it's improved from where we were like last year, where it was, where's my parts? You know, where there was a lot more, I guess, initial aggressiveness or a slight animosity, maybe even. When we were bumping up against the end of lead times last year. This time it feels a little softened, but it is difficult to see. I've already talked to this person. They asked me initially, where are we? I've quoted our lead times, and now it's like, we're not gonna make that lead time. So there's that kind of balance that we walked, but it's okay. I mean,
Do they ask for the people that they originally talked to when they called in or no?
no, I just want to answer. Unless it's Joel. Everybody wants Joel.
Is the majority of stuff, welding product or?
It's a mix. Right now, I'm noticing that we're late on goofy things like overhead mounting panels or rear window mounting panels. So I think that when the laser went down, we're really feeling like the pig and the python of that right now, because you know, as things work through, the stuff that was cut right before it went down, that stuff has moved through, and now like we switched schedules, and the stuff that's late is the stuff that's on the schedule behind that. So it's Bryce is one man. I will not put this on his shoulders, but that's what I think that's what we're feeling.
I don't have a lot of time. I'm probably doing like 5 to 10. It's like a couple of days. That's 1 to 8.
1 to 8.
Yeah, so like a few days down the way, just taking it out of 1 day.
Marketing.
I've worked on making labels for these weld robot rack. That turned out to be a longer process than I thought it was gonna be. Trying to stick two adhesives together without messing it up. So it looked kind of nice though.
I can speak for some of the stuff that Daryl's working on. We're trying to determine how to do shipping. It may seem like a really easy task, but when you're trying to figure out how to handle shipping in a cart, where we want to charge shipping in Fat American, or we don't, the other brands, you have the situation where you say, all right, we'll do $9.99 shipping for everything under this value. The problem we get is when all those things get added to a cart. So if they add 6 brackets or tables into a cart, now they end up with, you know, $69 in shipping. So then there's like this way of like trying to default it. But then if somebody adds a table to cart, as well as some of these brackets, and the table has to have a value that actually covers itself, then you start to run into problems where the shipping's, you know, not working out. So we're trying to figure out the best way to do that. And it's a process that we haven't done because we've always just said free shipping and then build the shipping into the cost of the product. So that's been a bit of a problem, I guess, if you will, is trying to figure out how to navigate that.
Shipping.
So this right here, obviously still been our goal the whole month. It's where we're at. Sorry. My bad. Sorry with you guys. And then this was our number yesterday. It's not bad, but I know we can definitely hit higher than that. And then this is our average we need for the last 3 days of our month.
That's a pretty good day considering where we were midday yesterday. So good job on that. Also, Ben Flick is off last day of the month, Thursday. So we got a lot of pushing to do today and tomorrow to help try to offset his loss on Thursday.
Where was the bottleneck yesterday?
It's a wave of product.
I think that's.
You know, they get these waves of certain products come and then, you know what I mean? It's a wave. It's the unevenness that we're trying to work out where they continue. Like yesterday, their entire queue was all little stuff. And it's really hard to generate a lot of shipping total off of a lot of little products.
We got a lot of boxes out. It was just not a lot of high dollar items.
I was done with freight pretty much by like 12 p.m. So we didn't have a lot of big stuff like that.
And then all the roof rack stuff is still waiting. So that wasn't part of yesterday's shipment either. So yeah, that becomes a bit of a problem. I'm out for this game. Where are we at now, Potter?
Robot.
We had a pretty good day yesterday, I'd say. Terry got 6 sets of truck tire vents to the robot. 2 front Crusader bumpers to the robot to the cell, and then I believe we finished the day off with under front blitz bumper. We don't have anything production wise in front of the robot as of today, so worked out some more of the bed rack yesterday. Hopefully be able to wrap that up today or tomorrow with what I had. Once I get the new updated shell part, I have to skip some loads right now. Once I get that, then I should be able to go back and get those dialed in, so hopefully by the end of the week, that'll be all set to go on the robot.
Powder coat.
Powder coat ran good yesterday. I don't think we had any issues, so. Pushing things out.
Nice. Tomorrow is Daryl with cybersecurity. Production.
Thanks.